Really a little bit slow. Why? Memory azala. Welcome guys, welcome. Okay, what we're gonna do is this. I'm gonna start with okay, we started the okay, let's get started. Let's get started. Let me share this link. Where's that? Guys, if you're watching this first time, just make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. So we're gonna start with Forex. Not Forex. We're gonna start with NAS100. What are food budget is? Okay, let's first of all start with NAS100. Still loading. Still loading. Okay. Why is this not responding? Okay. Okay, let's go and look at gold. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So we're going to be starting with gold. We'll start with gold. Yesterday there was a massive drop in gold. There was a massive drop in gold. So this one is a limitation. I wanted to check this one. Hmm. Hmm. It's taking time. This one doesn't give me an opportunity to analyze it on what. That's why I wanted to use. Why is it taking time to load? Okay, let's get started. So this is the monthly. So this is the weekly time frame. So guys, I'm just having a question. What was the reason why gold dropped like this? A lot of people lost a lot of they lost money yesterday. What could be the reason why gold had to drop like this? Who can explain to me, guys? Okay, so with gold, let's start from the month. Okay, let's start from the monthly and see what has been taking place. Okay, so this is gold on the monthly time frame. I don't see much. What we can only see is that price has been moving up. I think that's one thing that is there. And we have this particular high, and okay, so for gold, this was our monthly high, which was 56,006. Then we also had this low. So this was the monthly high, and trading it. So what we can see from gold, looking from the yeah, price has been, there was a strong bullish impulse as price was moving up. So that's one thing that we can see on gold. Then moving on to the weekly, what do we see from the weekly? We see, because of what happened yesterday, a strong rejection as price was dropping down. Do you think gold is going to continue moving down, or it's going to continue, it's going to what? Continue moving up? What do you think, guys? So let me just mark levels. So we have this one, we have this high, and we also have this. We have this low, and we also have this high. So something like this. Okay, I don't see much on the weekly. I don't see much on the weekly. So we also have our weekly high and our weekly low. Let me low. So this was our weekly low for gold. Okay, so let me drop down to the daily. Yesterday, the movement was just crazy. It was just crazy. Let's wanna reduce the thickness of this one. What is actually happening here? I'm trying to figure out what is happening and what is happening. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the so this is on the daily. Yesterday, massive drop, price pushed upwards, and then we have this particular candle. So what I'm thinking is this. We have this high, we have this low, then on the 4 this is what is there. So we have this small demand zone here, this candle. So I'll mark this one as my demand zone. Why? Because after this appearance of this particular candle, which is an indecision candle, price started to push upwards like this. So I've marked this one is my demand zone. So what I'm anticipating is this. What I'm anticipating is this. Price is likely going to move away from this demand zone. So that's one. And it will target this high and even continue to move upward. So I don't think there was a violation in terms of the structure that we have in gold. Price still has to continue moving up because after we have a correction. It's just that the correction yesterday was just massive, massive. In less than 30 or 60 minutes, we had this massive drop. So I'm anticipating that from this particular demand zone, gold is going to start moving up. Guys, what was the reason why gold had to drop like this? What was the reason why gold had to drop like this? Who can explain to me, guys? Demand zone. So this becomes our demand zone. Mboga signal, Shama. So I'm anticipating gold to bounce from this particular demand zone. Let's go on the 2-hour time frame. We can also see that this is also the H4 demand zone is also aligning with the H2 demand zone. So price is going to move up from this particular zone. Let's go on the 1 hour. So I think we still have the same thing. This is the zone. So I think for our target today, since it's a Friday, we can just target this high. Do you think gold is going to move to this level? Okay, let's go on the 15-minute time frame. What I want to see before I start buying, I want to see a break of structure, a change of character, and then a return to a demand zone. So let me go down again and check on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so from the 5-minute time frame, what is there? There was a sharp drop. Okay, so now for you to start buying, it becomes tricky. Why? Because we can see a series of lower low, lower high, and prices now created a lower low. So buying in this market is just a violation of what is taking place. Price is in a downtrend on the 5-minute time frame. So what do we have to do here? One, since we have a lower low and a lower, we are having lower lows here in the break of structure. Price is telling us that it's still moving down. So we have here um, a break of structure as price move down to create. Why is it Okay, with a break of structure, I don't know why price. Let me just write it. Lower S is price created a lower low here with a lower low, lower low. So for us to look for buying opportunity, yes, price is on our H4, H1 demand zone, but we can't start buying now. Why? Because we need to wait for price to give us a change of character. Once we have that, that confirms that price is now ready to change direction. So here we are waiting for price to give us a change of character. Change of character. Okay. So what we want to see is this. We want to see one, price moving up, giving us a change of character, dropping down, and then we buy from there. Our stop loss will be just below this demand zone. Okay. So now it's a waiting game in gold. We need to wait. And for our profit targets, I think this one will be fine. This recent high, 52.41, 52.41 will be okay. Then we'll target the next level, which will be 53.73. Then the next one, which is this one, our eventual take profit, which is 54.50. So basically, that's how I'm planning to trade gold. I'm planning to trade gold like this. But I think for a realistic target, we can just target. Let me go on the 15-minute time. Okay, I'm gonna target here where we have a flip zone. We have a flip zone. I will target this one. I'm gonna target this level. Is our last take profit. Okay, so this is what I'm having. I want to see this taking place first, then we can target these levels. So we'd want, let me check on the 30 minutes. There must be a supply zone that is nearby that we can target. I don't think price, yes, definitely is gonna pass this particular level. Okay, let's target this fair value gap. We have a fair value gap here. I'm gonna target this one because price is to continue moving up and correct this imbalance that we have here. So I think this one is fine. But do you think it's gonna be we're going to reach this particular level today or for next week? Because if this demand zone holds, that means the next week we'll be looking for buys in gold. But price is going to continue moving down or price is now ready to move up. With me, I'm thinking that price, since it has reached our demand zone, is going to start moving up. And we can see with 3 bullish candles on the 5-minute time frame. This is just indicating that, okay, this demand zone is likely going to hold. Okay, so that's it with gold. I'm just waiting for price to make these movements, then we'll be ready to look for an entry. So we have looked at gold. We have looked at gold. We have looked at gold. Let's go to the next asset. Let's go to the next asset. Let's look at NAS100. What really caused the price to move like that? Okay, before we do that, let's first of all look at some booming crash assets. Let's start with Boom 1000. So let us know in the comment section which asset you want to analyze. I'll be checking the comments, then I'll go to that particular asset. I'll go to that particular asset. So what is okay on the daily? So we're currently looking at crash 1000. We are looking at crash 1000, and this is on the daily time frame. So for some time, I think the greater part of last week, price has been just moving up. And yesterday, we had a sharp decline as price was dropping down. And today's candle seems like price is now ready to move up. But let's look at this in detail. So what we can see from gold is this. It's not gold. From crash 1000 is that one, price gave us a break of structure. At this particular level, there was a break of structure. Price then pushed upwards and gave us a higher high. So we had a lower low and a higher high. Then this resulted in us having what? A change of character here. Then price dropped down, gave us a what? A higher low, and then it pushed upwards, gave us a higher high. So this is what we are having on the daily. So we have a BOS here. So what I'm thinking is this. Okay, now we can't see. Since price is giving us a break of structure, I see price pushing upwards. The next level is going to be 4,992. I think that's the next target here. Let's drop down to the 4-hour. Line that was forming. There was a trend line and it's still there. There's a trend line. We see with the following touch points where price reacted with our trend line. We have 1, we had 2, we also had 3. So this, okay, this confirms that this is a valid what? Trend line. So this is on the H4. But we've seen price dropping down. Okay, that's the trickiest part when it comes to trend line. One, why people do not why trend lines sometimes they become inaccurate. You need to combine trend lines with support and resistance. If you look at this particular example here, we can see we had price coming back to this particular trend line, and then it came to this particular level here. So this becomes the trend line that we have. So someone can draw the trend line like that, and then someone will just pick this particular level here and draw the trend line like this. You see, we don't have a way that we can all agree upon on how we can draw trend lines. It becomes a little bit difficult. So with me, I normally, yes, I use trend lines, but I normally rely more on support and resistance and demand and supply. Those are the two things that I normally rely on. Looking at this particular chart here, with this particular level here, let's mark our levels. Basically, we're trying to mark levels where price has been reacting with or highly reactive what zones. So we also have this particular level here. Price has been reacting with this level for some time. I think if you follow this, I think it simplifies everything. Because what I've seen in most cases is that a lot of people are now complicating. They're now complicating trading. Okay, so we have this particular level here, and price has been reacting with this level for some time. We saw recently that price was able to break. It was able to break, came back to make a retest, and then pushed upwards. Okay, so that's the level that we have. Then if you check on the left here, let me go on the daily. We have this daily resistance. Price hasn't reached that particular level here. And we also have this daily support. So price has been bouncing between this particular level here. Then we also have some mid points. Like the point that I've highlighted here, which is this one. So I'm gonna make them a little bit faint so that we can distinguish between the uh, the major what points and the minor points. So we have this one is our high or our resistance, then we have this one is our support. So we can see that okay, price reached our support, then it's now moving up. This is what is taking place. Price is now moving up. So now price hasn't reached, it dropped a little bit. I think price is likely going to push and move up again. So this is what I'm seeing in crash 1000. But if we narrow down, if you're going to go down on the H4, we want to look at where exactly, since we are now experiencing a correction now, making a correction, where exactly are we going to, we'll say the minor level here. So these are just minor levels. Minor levels. But I don't want to put a lot of lines because you won't be able to see the chart nicely. So I think for our target, if we can target this, it will be fine. So we're going to be trading um, crash 1000 because of what happened here. We see price creating a high, then it dropped, gave us a lower low, then it pushed upwards, created a higher high, higher low, and then price pushed upwards. So looking at this particular price action, we have experienced during this phase a one. Okay, let me just write it down. We had a break of structures, price was moving up, BOS. So this particular area here, this as long as price trades above this particular level, we are still in an uptrend. We are still in an uptrend. So in crash 1000 on the H4, we have an uptrend. Why? Because we can see a series of higher high, higher high, higher high, and higher low. And the previous high low has not been violated. So we should be looking for a particular what? We should be looking for a buying opportunity at this particular level. But where exactly are we going to be buying? And why should we be buying at that particular level? So that's the biggest question. So here we had a break of structure. Just below that point, we also had a break of structure, and price has been just pushing upwards like that. So this is what has been taking place. Okay, so now price is coming back to our area, this particular area here. So I want to find the reason why we should buy at this particular level. Okay, looking at this price action, let's drop down to the H2. Okay, we had this particular candle here, but if you look at this level here, what we have here, price pushed upwards, then it dropped. Then there was a little bit of consolidation, and then price broke from this level and then it pushed upwards. So this whole area becomes our demand zone. But okay, this becomes our demand zone. So I'm gonna narrow down my demand zone so that it becomes easy for us to have a smaller, to be more precise. We want to be more precise. So I'm gonna mark this particular area here because that's the last point before price pushed upwards is a demand zone. You see? So what we saw at this particular level was this price pushed upwards, then it came down, then it started to consolidate here before it started to move up. So that becomes my demand zone. So if I stretch it on the right, we can see that price is reacting with that demand zone. Okay, like so we now wait for confirmation. So this is the demand zone. We're going to be waiting for confirmation. So this is our demand zone. So it's our demand zone here. So price is currently on our demand zone. So now, if you're going to be buying, we should wait for price because now as price was making a correction, it was giving us lower low, lower highs, and it gave us a lower low. So this structure alone should tell you that price on the lower time frame is still in a downtrend. So we should align our higher time frame buyers with our lower time buyers. So what we're waiting for, let me drop down to the 15 minutes and try to look if we now have a change of currency continuously moving down, and it gave us a lower low at this particular level. If you look at the high of the, if you look at the lower high at this particular level here, with it's still intact. It means price is still in a downtrend. You shouldn't be looking for a buying opportunity. You should be, look for a buying opportunity. You need to wait for price to break the structure. So you need to wait for price to give you a change of character. So that becomes our confirmation for our entry. So we're still waiting as price two trades below this particular level here. Price is still trading below 48.38. So that means we can't. So what we can only do is this. We need to wait. The same thing that we talked about in gold. We need to wait for price to break the structure here and probably come and make a retest here. Then from there, that's when we can buy. So someone is going to say that, okay, this particular level here, maybe this was the retest. Maybe this was the retest. So what we normally work here is making use of trend lines. Look for the recent levels. Look for the recent levels. Let me go on the 30-minute. So the trend lines are not that accurate. So these were the two levels. I don't think your trend lines are working because we don't clearly have lower highs. Okay, this one is a lower high and this one is a lower high. Okay, we've already had a break and retest. Okay, let me try to make it bold. Okay, so what I can see drawing my trend line on the 15-minute time frame is this. I connected this lower high with this one, then I was able to create a trend line. And price came at this particular level, was able to break and came down to make a retest. So that's one. So probably we're going to get an entry here close to the demand zone at this particular level here. But that entry is already passed. So what we can do is this. We can just wait for price to break our structure and probably come back to this particular level. So if price is going to come back, I'll mark this particular area here, the new demand zone. I'll mark this particular area here. This one is an area where I'm going to be entering. Because now if you're going to be buying here, it's too far away from the demand zone. There's a possibility that price might come down and make a retest and then it pushes upwards. So you'll be in a huge loss. And if you look here on the left here, this particular area here, we also have a flip zone. These are highly reactive zones on our chart where price has been reacting multiple times. If you see here, this area was used as a support, then price came down and broke that particular area, and then price came to the same particular area and then used it as a what? As a as a resistance. So you need to mark these areas. Once you are done marking these particular areas, you need to wait and see how price is going to react. So you see, this is also aligning with the fact that we need to wait. So basically, okay, I'm gonna remove this trend line. Now it's so many lines here. I would want to see price. Okay, there's a possibility. This is the first scenario because we're looking for buying opportunities. Why? Because on the H1 where price is moving away from the demand zone. So we would want to see this particular movement. If this doesn't take place, we also have another plan. What is the plan? Wait to see how price is going to react. Wait to see how price is going to react to this particular level. So what is going to probably happen is this price will push upwards here, break this particular level here. Once this is broken, you're just going to sit tight and wait for price to come back and make a retest. From the retest, that's when you can buy. So there are two possibilities. One, price can break this particular level and then it pushes upwards. Let me remove this. So that's one. And then it will move and target the next level, which is this. So I think we'll be looking for buys. Oh, what can actually happen is this. We said one price can break this particular level, giving us a change of character, and then price drops. When it drops and come back to this particular level, we can. So these are the two possible scenarios. These are the two possible scenarios that we have. And then it will move. So probably once, okay, another thing is this. Price will come up, give us a break of structure. Let me remove the first analysis. So price will probably move up, then it will give us a break of structure, then price it will drop down, and then it will push up. Once it breaks, it will probably come back to this particular area here to make a retest, and then it will move up. So there's a possibility that price can give us a change of character, then it drops. We buy here. If we miss the first buy here, wait for price to push upwards after the impulse. When price is now making a correction here, when it comes back to this particular level. Why this particular level? That's the highly reactive zone that we have on the chart. So price, we're going to be looking for buying opportunities at that particular level here. So this is what I'm trying to say. So this is what is likely going to take place. So here, if you're someone who trades spikes, I think you need to wait. You need to wait for. You're not going to be getting spikes in Crash 1000. You know, Crash 1000, Crash 900. These are the markets that can blow your account because once they pick a trend, they'll move in that particular trend for a very long time. It will probably go maybe for 4 hours without giving you a spike. So this is a particular situation. If you're someone who trades spikes, that you can actually blow your account. Why? Because the direction of where the price is going, it will have changed. So this is what I'm anticipating. This is what I'm anticipating in Crash 1000. Okay, so let me just quickly screenshot. Guys, they're also free to join our Telegram and WhatsApp groups. Their links are there in my bio. It's on Facebook. If you're watching us on YouTube, the links are there in the description. You can also join our our in 2026 we created two strategies. So recently we've created the strategies where we're using the double RSI strategy where we had two RSI. But like what I promised, I told you guys that we're going to make an update on that RSI to get an exit. So from that particular first strategy, it's there on TikTok and also it's also there on YouTube. We didn't have an exit. Now we now have an exit that allows us to get safely and accurately six candles. It will allow you to get six candles without being caught by a spike. So if you're growing a small account, you can make use of that particular strategy. So I'm going to release this strategy today, probably today. Um, or maybe I'll release it tomorrow. I'll record it maybe during the night, then I'll release it tomorrow. So those are some of the things that we did. So still on that, we have a website, and our website is www.dcfx. So we have already tested this. We've already tested this. I don't just give strategies. For those who know me, I don't just give strategies. One, my strategies have to be drastically tested. So we did the test and we saw that it works perfectly. It works perfectly. And why am I very confident that it works perfectly? Because I then turned the strategy into an indicator, and indicator has been giving us marvelous results. So people voted for the name, the Crash Supreme Scalping Indicator. So I'm gonna release the strategy. Then you guys, you can also get this indicator strategy where you now it displays on your chart. It now displays on the chart, giving you push notifications. It gives you audible alerts. It makes it easy for you because there's a problem. If for those who are following that strategy, you see sometimes you're not sure if the price is still below the 20 level of the RSI or it is taken. It has already crossed. Is the crossing of these two RSI taking place below the what? The below the what? The 20 level if you are buying in Crash. You're not sure. But the indicator now makes it very easy for you to identify signals. I don't know why what's happening. My network today has been very, very poor. Okay, so I want to show you guys how this indicator looks like. Why is it slow like this? Yo, honestly speaking, this is why you see these network companies rain. They don't want to allow Starlink to come into South Africa because they know they'll be out of business. How can you? And it's expensive. Rain is very expensive for nothing. Rain is expensive for nothing. And you see the network is very, very slow like this. Okay, so it will give you this hand, hand that is pointing up, this finger, as a signal to buy. Basically, I just wanted to show you guys how the indicator looks like. So we have the crash supreme scalping indicator. Is for booming crash. It can also work in world trade assets, for example, pain and gain. To trade world trade assets. So I want to show you how it looks like on a chart. Okay. So this is how it looks like on a chart. I hope those who are on actually see. So there's this signal here of a hand that is pointing up that tells you that price is now ready to move up. So it allows you to buy at least 6 candles without being caught by a spike. Let's look at an example. Another one is this one. You can see once we hit a signal, I don't think here on TikTok it's very, very clear. I'm not sure. You'll be able to buy. Okay, we're done with crash. Let's go to boom 1000. No, network is very, very bad. Sure. A lot of time just talking. So, unfortunately, I think I have to end this live because the network is not allowing me to. It's very, very slow. I can't operate like this.